Hey Bree, how you doing? You know, the stream title is very accurate because during the stream we do have some battles ahead of us. I'm not even talking about Hapu. Because we no, my mic shouldn't be muted. Thought it might be on your end because like it's showing up on OBS that it's working. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, how you doing? And the stream title is accurate, by the way. We do have a deadly battle ahead of us, and I'm not talking about Hapu. Oh, berry encounter. Have we had one of these? Let me check. Yep, we had one in Johto. Oh, by the way, so I did look through my TMs and stuff. Sylveon has Sky Attack now, which is base 140 power, and it's got a huge power. Oh yeah, and it's got a flying gem. I was able to buy a bunch of those. I do have a power herb, but I can't buy more, so I'd only be able to use it once. Whereas flying gems, I'm able to buy. So, basically, the way Sylveon is working at the moment is huge power doubling its attack, flying gem doubling the attack itself. I think it's actually doubling it, and it's using a 140 base power move, so it just deals heavy damage. But yeah, the stream title isn't referring to Hapu, although that could be a tough battle. We don't know what she's gonna have. It's referring to the fact that we're going to have to fight a legendary with a double Omni Boost, which is always just so fun. And I checked around because if we had something like Topsy Turvy to actually reduce its stats instead, that would be insane. Or like, if the legendary has Contrary, I don't know if that affects the Omnibus from it. No idea. But I guess if it has Contrary, we'd find out. But, here's something. Provided Porygon Z could survive a little bit in the battle against the legendary, we could kill it quite easily. Because I looked around at my TMs, and you're not gonna believe this. Because if Porygon Z can survive enough to land a 2-turn move, which is essentially what this is going to be, we win. Because while Sylveon has an actual 2-turn move here, Porygon Z has the combo. Walk on Guillotine. Yeah. So if we can survive to pull that off, Wait, we're in a different location now, aren't we? Oh, it's dupes anyway. So if we can survive to pull that off, we just instantly get rid of whatever legendary it is with the double Omni Boost. Wait, we haven't had a Dawn Fossil in Alola. We had Helix. That's also dupes. I also changed some items around, so like Stabby Joy is now holding the amulet coin. And Soul Eater has a Firium Z. I'm going to check just to be safe, but I am 99.9% certain we have not had a Pancham. We have not had a Pancham. It has to be done. I don't mean to insult it, but have you seen how stupid pandas are? It's free choice specs, I guess. But pandas are actually just so stupid. It's actually funny, to be honest. Also, I believe we can go back and go to the desert and get an encounter near Tapu Village. We'll do that at some point. Lily, Nebby does not have an impurity. It just evolved. I wonder what Nebby will end up being when we catch it. It's like, we have to catch it even if it's dupes. It's for the story. We gotta catch it. But, I hope it's not dupes. Because there's still quite a few box arts we haven't had. Yes, maybe a powerful Pokemon could push it. You mean a powerful Pokemon like Machamp? Oh, how to press B. I always forget that because it... Why do I have to press B? But yeah, as I was saying, there's quite a few box arts we still haven't had. Like, we haven't had Ho-Oh. We haven't had Kyogre. We haven't had Rayquaza. We haven't had Zekrom. We haven't had Reshiram. We haven't had Yveltal. Yveltal. We haven't had Xerneas. We haven't had Solgaleo. Like, There's a few we haven't had. Although every every generation that has box art legendaries so far, because Cancel doesn't really have them. Like we've had at least one of them from each one, which is cool. I don't want to sound mean by saying I don't care about the story stuff, but it's like we all played the games. This isn't a casual playthrough where you care about the story. This is a Nuzlocke. This is me trying to make progress and hoping I don't lose to the whatever Ultra Necrozma ends up being. Although let's be honest, I doubt it can be as bad as Ultra Necrozma. Unless it's a Mega Mewtwo. Oh god, don't let it be a Mega Mewtwo. You know, since we need to go to Seafolk Village first, we'll just need to Tapu Village and get our encounter in this direction. I need to make sure I actually have decent balls, because I think I've run out of quick balls and I'm not sure I have any ultra balls. I'm so rich right now. I spent a lot of money between streams, like PP Maxes and stuff, bought some proteins which I used on Sylveon. Bought some useful items. Oh, can I not go this way yet? Oh yeah, I can. Oh, since you mentioned Mount Silver, I gotta mention something. So I know the real reason that Red went to Mount Silver. Oh hell yes, we take those. I know the real reason that Red went to Mount Silver. It wasn't to train. It wasn't to be a loner. It wasn't anything like that. What happened was, that is the only place he can find enough food to feed his Snorlax. If you know, you know. It sounds like you know. Yeah, Land Before Time's a classic. Oh, another encounter. Executor Island. Okay. I just have one issue with this guy. He was just on top of there trying to look cool and like he's this really cool guy. When he looks like so many other guys in Alola. Like, in that moment, he had main character energy without main character appearance. So why would you leave a flute on a rainy island? It's going to rust. Have I had a Flabébé? Apparently not. I'm getting AZ's Floette. But if nothing else, it's cool to get. Maybe we'll get to actually finally get it in ZA. It has huge power. Oh, wow. I'm getting special attackers with huge power. Quite a lot, apparently. Excuse me. Yeah, so this Machoke isn't going to stand a chance because I like Sylveon. Okay, I've been playing Marvel Rivals lately, so like when I used Moonblast and saw the animation, first thing I thought of was Moon Knight saying the moon haunts you. Because he says it when he uses his ult. I know you shouldn't play with your food, but I'm playing with my food. Imagine if it had contrary. Mount Lanakila music. Oh, Greninja with Misty Surge. Just not good. Yeah, Mount Lanakila music. I like Mount Lanakila. Although, my one issue with it is, it was the first time we didn't have a victory road. It kind of served the purpose of one, but it wasn't a victory road. And we haven't had one since. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. It's just a totem sticker, and I haven't been bothering with those. It's amazing that it hasn't gone rusty being sat out here in the rain. I need to stop using them so much. So I'm running through them. And granted, I have, like, I can easily buy more, but I'd rather save them if I can. Oh, let's also... Let's just do this, because you never know what he's going to give us. I think I run from that. I don't want to deal with it. Aren't there items or something over here? Doesn't matter anyway. I want to make progress. They really probably shouldn't mess with me. Okay, Stabby Joe doesn't like that. But you know who does? You know, overall, the team really doesn't like fighting types. Got quite the weakness to it. Well, maybe it's just sat there watching this shit. I'm gonna bank on it being a Lowland. It is not a Lowland. Oh. Damn, that almost went very badly. I'm best off staying in. Why do I keep missing Heatwave? What the hell? I have used Heatwave a grand total of 4 times, and I have landed 1 of them. This could be a problemo. Sylveon's low health. And they've got quite the ground weakness. Stabby Joe's at about half. I can try the Wombo combo. I'm glad it's not a Mega because that has higher attack. Hang on, I need to look something up, because, like, does lock-on ignore stuff like dig? I don't know exactly how it works. Oh. Yeah, it does. It does ignore it. Alright, I'll spend anyway. Bye-bye. That's a nice little combo. And I already know how disgusting that combo is, because in a platinum randomizer I was doing at one point, I got a Piplup with Mind Reader and Guillotine. Oh yeah, that's very useful when we can buy PP maxes. And I've maxed out my moves anyway. Oh, there was a hidden item there. Cool. I'm sorry to Xylem, but I gotta deal with this. And Seed Bomb seems like the best way. Wait, holy shit. Bree? I just, realized something. I'd been thinking, like, I want Ampharos to get Thunder because it has no guard. There is something far better than that. When I get to the movie learner at the Pokemon League, I can give it Zap Cannon. That's a 120 base power move that will not miss and guarantees paralysis. See, this guy looks exactly like that captain. Please don't be a mega. Please don't be a mega. Please. Ah, it's a mega. Ah, damn. Croissant does some serious damage. I just fucking knew it was gonna be a mega. Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of max potions, so that helps at least. Oh, our encounter here. Please tell me we've had a Weedle somewhere. I think we had one in Kanto. Yes, we had one in Kanto. Thank God I did not want that as my encounter. That's derps. Yeah, that didn't work out for them, did it? I wanted to avoid them, but they attacked anyway. That's their fault, not mine. Can we get an encounter here now? Have we had a Murkrow? I think we have. Let me check. Yeah, we had one in Sinnoh. Have I had one of these? I have not caught one, but I'm not going to bother with it. Honestly, Vast Point Canyon kind of feels like the Victory Road before the Victory Road. I don't think the Murkrow were going to attack. I think they were just being friendly and curious. They just wanted to be friends. Well, Lily, thanks for restoring my PP specifically because... Good God. Huh. I don't think we've had a claw fossil. We'll have to find out. But yeah. My E-speed in particular was starting to run low. I guess there was no avoiding this guy. I love this music. Like, Legends Arceus was incredible. Funny graphics. Didn't think I could get out of battling her. Oh, couldn't get out of battling this guy. Oh, damn. Should definitely outspeed. I've already had a speed boost. Yeah, funny graphics again. There's a TM this way. Could have sworn there was a TM this way. Oh, come on, dude. I don't think lazy guys really serve. Alright, that's range. I'll just seed bomb. Save myself some PP on the other moves. Hey, I was right. There was a TM over this way. Heal pulse. I'm not going to use that. Oh, that's a strong move. That's a very strong move. What do we do here? yes, keep going for EQ, don't use precipice blades, and we'll be fine. Okay, I know my laugh sounded weird there, my mouth was full because I was taking a quick drink, but my god, that is funny. Wow. Okay, I feel bad for the Groudon because, yeah, I get it. I know how it feels when you try to sleep and you can't. But also, I don't care because it means I win. You know, let's be smart and heal first. I need to check something after this battle. Because I might have been stupid. Hmm. It can't really do anything to this. Yeah, it did 5 damage. Why didn't mine get access to that? Yeah, it did 5 damage to me with Fell Stinger. And even if I didn't have lefties, it would take 26 of them to kill me. My lefties just heal it up immediately. Oh, that one did 7 damage. It was a crit. That's why it did 2 more damage. I don't care if it has stamina, it can't win this war of attrition. The Sword and Shield boutique theme isn't bad, but it's just not as good as the X and Y one. That was slow. But now for the thing I was going to check. Why haven't I done it? I am so stupid. Not only does it harshly lower their attack if they make contact, but speed boost and the protecting move? And let's be honest, I'm getting rid of Heat Wave. I never land it anyway. Why did he swap out just to send in a psychic type? That just isn't smart. You know, I can deal with it in a second. I'll get the extra healing for a moment. Hey dude, how you doing? Yeah, that's fair. You know, I don't take enough advantage of having a speed boost chandelier. It's even better now that it's got King's Shield, but it also has Fusion Flare. Like, this thing is insane. Bye bye. Like, Chandelure just swept him. Okay, so clearly we switch. We don't want to deal with the water move. Oh, that is really not great for us, really, but we can deal with it. We're fine. Terrible. Terrible. I'm not going to be using that. So, we're switching. And let's not tell Xylem how many Milotics I've killed today. Let's save, because we should be doing that. Oh, it's not a dragon. I mean, that was on screen then. This is, not as dangerous as I thought this could be, but still I'm gonna do this. I'm not worried about the wiggly stuff, but like, I'm just gonna do this. Get a little speed boost. When does it get obesity? Like, when does it get obesity or diabetes? No, it's fine, don't worry. And trust me, I'm not going to be challenging you on those. I'm not smart enough on them. However, I will point something out to you that I mentioned to Bree earlier. So my Sylveon knows Moonblast, and when I used it earlier, in my head, I immediately heard, "The moon haunts you," and I'm like, God damn it. I can't even use Moonblast anymore without thinking of Noob Knight. Nothing there, nothing there. You always gotta check, you know. Okay, what is Nebby gonna be? I mean, like... Also, we are going to get one Ultra Wormhole encounter, but it's going to be after we can change the controls. We're gonna change the controls before doing it, because, like, why wouldn't we? Right now it's gonna be on motion controls, which is really not good. Bree, I agree that they're not great, but when you're running on a totally legit 3DS, if you know what I mean, they just don't work at all because you don't have motion controls. Yeah, that is all he did. Okay, so this Lunala is kind of the fourth one we've seen. One of them was Fused with the Necrozma, was our starter. One of them was an encounter that we failed. One of them was an encounter that we caught. And now this is the fourth one. Dude just broke his fucking back. Necrozma, I thought you were dead. Oh, dude, that's the lady that went insane, but, also, this is a really fucking good cutscene. And there's my starter that died. He feels a disturbance in the force. I think Hapu can handle a circuitry with her team of ground types. I'd say I'm afraid of getting hit with a, wait, no. No, there's no way. No, this is dangerous. Does it have it at this level? I get the feeling it will. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have Spectral Thief. It has Sucker Punch, Assurance, Force Palm, and Shadow Punch. So, basically what we're gonna do is King's Shield and then we'll be fine. Wait, how's close combat? Oh, was I looking at the wrong generation loan set? Yeah, that's Gen 8. Okay, it has Close Combat, Spectral Thief, Psych Up and Jump Kick. Yeah, I don't wanna deal with Spectral Thief. But the problem is, my team is also very not good against, wait, there is one They're like, my team is very not good against a combination of fighting and ghost, because Soul Eater is weak to ghost, Vinny is very weak to fighting, Lucky Luck is weak to fighting, Stabby Jaw is weak to fighting, Majestic doesn't resist any of this. Like, there's hardly anything on my team who can beat this, but there is one who can. The moon haunts you. It just happened to live on one. I'm gonna piss it off. Go on, Pride. Give it a kiss. Hey, I mentioned earlier the Kalos Boutique theme. I really like this theme. Am I able to change the controls now? Because if so, I would like to... Let me check. I gotta check where I can change the controls. In fact, I believe it's right next to Here City, but yeah, it's Here City, but I have to actually do it once first. So I'm just gonna go through, like, landing whichever wormhole I end up in first, come back through, go change the controls, and then go through and get an encounter. You know, I feel like I've seen that move animation before. Maybe on a promo pass? Also, the Ultra Warp ride is actually really fun. And it was great for shiny hunting. There were a limited number of Pokemon you could encounter through it, but the chances of them being shiny when you went really far were pretty damn good. I believe if you went through a feathered wormhole after like 5 kilometers, or no, 5 light years or something, 5,000 light years, it was like a 1 in 3 chance for it to be shiny or something like that. Except for the legendary ones and the Ultra Beast ones, which were always soft resets. Okay, now I can fly to here city and sort it. And then we'll get an encounter. If I play well, it'll be a legendary encounter. If I don't, it'll be a regular one. Wait, it's this building, isn't it? Yeah. Circle pad. Obviously, I'm not a lunatic. Oh. If you prefer the motion controls, I'm not gonna judge you for it. Well, I'll judge you, but I won't treat you negatively. But if you're playing on an emulator on a PC where you don't have motion controls and you prefer motion controls, then I'm calling the psych ward because you are a psycho. Yeah, I prefer having all control taken away from me. Having all control taken away from me sounds like fun. Yeah, no. Someone needs to keep an eye on anyone who says that. Oh, we could get an Ultra Beast. Okay, looks like we're getting this. Ouch. Yeah, that always hurts. A mysterious presence. Oh, sounds like it's a legendary one anyway. Entei, that's dupes. I already have someone who does artwork for me. Like, the thing is, whilst I respect artists, like, my best friend is an artist, so I always tend to commission her. Hang on, is Entei dupes? I was pretty sure it was. Yeah, it is. We got one in Unova. So we re-encounter. Also, yeah, whilst I respect artists, going onto someone's stream like that is not the way to advertise your work. Use social media to show work you've worked on, and if people like the look of it, they come to you, not the other way around. Oh, got sucked into an Ultra Beast one. Okay. Wait, no. Wait, no, it's the Ultra Necrozma one, of course. It's Ultra Megalopolis. So, we're gonna fuck off out of here. Wait, we can't. Can we? No! We're not getting our other encounter before fighting it. Okay, I guess we're here now. And honestly, whilst leading with Porygon Z and doing the Wombo combo is not a terrible idea, I think a safer move is to lead with Chandelure. I know, right? Yeah, I think we lead with Chandelure. It's the safest bet. Because if it's a physical attacker, we can burn it. If it's a normal or fighting type, we're immune. And we have King's Shield, Speed Boost, a Z Crystal, and base 145 special attack. But it's still a legendary with 2 Omni Boosts, and that's not going to be fun. It's not going to be as bad as as the regular version, though, with the Ultra Necrozma. Unless it's randomized to an Ultra Necrozma, which would be, absolutely terrifying. Please don't be something good. Wait, it's not randomized to a legendary? Wait, what the hell? It's not randomized to a legendary? We win. We win. We just win. We don't lose to a Porygon 2. Okay, I don't like how little that did. I mean, it does have double Omni Boost. That is an important point. I mean, we could just go into Vinny. What? Right, well, I know. You know. Even with a 10 level difference and a double Omni Boost, it does that little. T-Wave. Yeah. Oh, that does absolutely nothing. We gonna be here a while. The crit was definitely appreciated. Oh, to be fair, I think it looks fun the first few times. When it does it every single time, it's like, save me some time, cut out the animation. Or at least give me an option to turn it off. Like with Mega Evolution, It shows it the first few times, and then it stops showing it so much. And like, you know, it saves you some time that way. Can't believe we were terrified of this thing. I thought it was going to be a legendary. Oh, hey, Trainborn. Mahina P. Oh yeah, they're gonna give me the pipe hole. It's not actually gonna be a pipe hole, but I do like pipe hole. Also, the really... Okay, it was randomized to another Ultra Beast. I guess that makes sense. But the cool thing about pipe hole is that it's not just an Ultra Beast. In this world where the Ultra Recon Squad are from, it's a starter Pokemon. You know, I actually saw a funny name for this recently in a meme that's why not use Ultra Beasts? We have. So, I'm gonna call it that. Nice. Or Wrap Up, or Paper Mario. I'll ride on Lunala. Still need to get our Ultra Wormhole encounter. You know, I know Lucamine went kinda cray-cray, but at least she realized she was wrong. Also, in the anime, she was never cray-cray. Oh, cool. Go back to Earth of Paradise, but I want Nebby. Give me Nebby. Wait, no. I didn't mean to come with her. I need to go back. I need my encounter. Alright. I gotta get my Ultra Wormhole encounter. So, um, also, after I beat Ilima as part of the trial, then I can go and get Nebby, but, let's go and, actually get our encounter. Yes, you already gave me the tutorial. I don't need it again. What the hell? It annoys me to do that because it's like I already had the tutorial. Wait, hang on. Guys, I'm obviously getting my legend, gonna try and get a legendary from here, but do I also try and get a shiny at some point? I didn't mean for the Nuzlocke, I just meant to see a cool shiny. I don't need to get another shiny for the Nuzlocke. I've already got Porygon Z and already encountered, I already had that Tangela in Johto. And hey, who knows? Depending on how this goes getting the encounter, maybe I'll end up with a shiny and not a legendary. I didn't get a legendary here anyway. Maybe it'll be a shiny if I'm lucky, maybe? It's not shiny, but it's dupe, so we run it back. We encounter a lot of dupes at this point. There's a non-zero chance that we'll end up getting a shiny before a valid encounter. By the way, I could have sworn I set it to use Lunala, but apparently not. Shiny, maybe? It's not shiny, but is it dupes? Let me look through the document, see if I've had a Tauros in any region. I had one in Unova. The cursor didn't move when? Oh! Oh well. You know, we'll nip there and change it now. I think Lunala's more fitting because I have a Lunala. And also I find it to just be better for this. Also, like, Solgaleo runs through the air, whereas Lunala actually flies because it has wings. And the wings aren't actually part of its hitbox, so they're not a problem. Also, the way you move around doing this, you tend to flit about quite a bit, which, if you've ever seen bats, they do that a lot. Yeah, I know, but like, but still. Yeah, it's an Ultra Beast one. See, they'll let you battle them, but they're not so aggressive when they're in their home world. Okay. The situation here is this thing is... Actually, I want to try it before I use a Master Ball. I was gonna go, this thing is quite dangerous, so we're just gonna Master Ball, but yeah, I gotta try the Heavy Ball. Maybe a Beast Ball. I didn't even shake. Shit! Wow. Dick move, dude. Dick move. this thing is bulky as hell, which is useful since we just lost our bulkiest mon. But the issue is it doesn't have any stab moves. Plus, we already have a dragon type on the team. We'll see what we have to work with in the box. Also, we should check Pokepelago because I did place some beans. I went there earlier. We placed some beans inside a crate, so hopefully it attracted something, maybe? I don't know if this is gonna actually be a corselet. Oh god, come back tomorrow, of course. I mean, like, that's pretty bulky. We might have to temporarily put it on the team. Who knows what its other ability will be. Sucks that we lost that law. It had magic bounce. Yeah, we have a Rapidash. Has Neuroforce as well, which is a pretty good ability. Also gonna see what this can have. We're gonna check a few of these. I don't know if we checked this, but like, Fairy Aura is not good. Oh, minus. I mean, doesn't really do anything. Imposter, terrible. Sap Sipper, I mean, it gives it another immunity. Hey, he might be. What's the other art like? We'll use this art. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Wait, hang on. I didn't get an encounter here. Also, there's a TM there. Okay, it's Dukes. My favorite is Volcarona. And look, it's not a competition. Like, everyone has their own favorite and they're all equally valid. However, mine would curb stomp both of yours in a battle. At the same time. Like, just one move, Heat Wave, takes out both. In all seriousness, though, you guys do have cool favorites. What, Volcarona isn't? Oh no! You think I'm a special attacker because I'm a Sylveon. Psych, bitch, I'm a physical attacker because I got huge power. I'm a bait it into using a poison move. Yeah, Weeping Bell and Victory Bell are like, first of all, their Pokédex entries are disturbing. Secondly, it's disturbing that there are people who call them the Forbidden Fleshlight. Please, for the love of God, do not be Ultra Necrozma. Please, please no. Please no. Oh, it's the regular one, thank God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Stabby Joe, you fucking legend! I was scared there. I was scared that we were going to lose him. He's been with us since Sinnoh. I was watching that animation, fearing for Stabby Jaw's life. Stabby Jaw's a real one. When I'm at the Pokemon Center in Paris, I need to get a Stabby Jaw plush. If they don't have any there in stock, I'm not going to be happy, but I'll order one online. Alright, okay. Oh no, it's not in Verdant Cavern, it's at the cemetery. Oh, nice. Decidueye is pretty cool. Although it annoys the hell out of me that I've heard some people call it Dekidui, and it's like, no. Just no. It's Decidueye. I mean, for starters, it's deciduous. It's kind of why it got the ghost type. Damn. I really like owls and birds of prey. I once held a one-eyed tawny owl. And I also had a hawk land on my head once. At a falconry show, like, at a zoo. Like, it was really cool. Say goodbye to your attack stat. Yeah, deal with it. Now I'm gonna drain in case and get some health back. Okay, I do not appreciate that. The crit and paralysis. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of rough. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Like, it has Kura's body, not Serene Grace. Hey, Azel, could you do me a favor? You're the being of willpower. Fucking give me some. Like, with my executive dysfunction, I have some words to have with the being of willpower. Dick move. I had one of the best abilities and you stole it, you thief. I forgot about the future sight. Oh. Why not? Oh, that's fine. Oh, Element, never talk to me again. With your paralysis and crit shenanigans, never talk to me again. I did not mean to do that. That's not where I wanted to go. Hey, Nebby. I don't need to have a Master Ball. In fact, I think I still have two. Maybe. Not sure. But I know I at least have one. You son of a bitch! I'm gonna catch and release, but like... Why? Why? I really never should have called out Kira in Unova. What did you have? Yeah, it is. No guard. Damn. It is a dupe, but what makes matters worse is I had one, but I had the regular form, which is pretty shit. And it had normalized to make it even more shit. Whereas Kieran Black and Kieran White are really fucking good. Okay, that can still be used at least because I do have a Lunala. But like, wow. Why does it have to? But you know what the good news is? um, we will end up getting the tappers. Because whilst they're after you beat the champion, we're going all the way to Team Rainbow Rocket. Oh yeah, I can't release it. Yeah. Not likely to get startled by an unexpected visitor. Definitely weren't startled by me. Oh, it's quite simple. They cheat. Okay, just to basically to demonstrate something, I'm going to open something up. Now, bear in mind, I do not use this to cheat, but I did use it to bring Pokemon over in the Genlocke from one region to another after I beat the champion. So I'm just going to load up the save from earlier as well on it. So if I go into window capture, so if you see this, I have this open right now. If I view the slacking, I could just go ability, huge power, nature, adamant, held item, master ball, make it shiny, change the attacks if I wanted, so I could give it, I don't know, actually this is a pretty good moveset. Could give it, I don't know, say, Sacred Fire, Fusion Ball. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how they do it. I don't use it for anything like that. Like, I don't use it to cheat. I used it to, like, move the team over, the champion team, to the next region in the Genlocke. And I will be doing that when I do a non-randomized Genlocke. Now, normally, you can't actually set anything illegal, so like you couldn't set slacking to have huge power. You could only set it to have one of its regular abilities. But that version I was using is a version called PK Hacks, when the regular one is PK Hex. And when you have PK Hex, you automatically have PK Hacks as an option, but you have to unlock it by creating a file called pkhacks.txt and putting it in the folder. Okay, I am not liking this battle at all. Yes and no. If the Pokemon isn't coded to be in the game, then you can't. But if it's coded to be in the game but it simply doesn't spawn, you can. Oh my fucking god, will you stop confusing me? Oh my fucking god, I hate this. I hate this so goddamn much. Also, have you noticed that not only does she spam Confuse Ray, but I keep hitting myself every fucking time. Oh, it's because, you're able to transfer them into the game. Before Generation 8, when they did the National Dex cut, every Pokemon from previous generations was coded into the game, but it didn't spawn. So you could transfer it in, and in a randomizer you can have it spawn. Like, Arceus doesn't spawn in Platinum. Like, you needed an event to get it and they never distributed the item. But I got one in Platinum because of the randomizer, because it's coded in. So you can hack one in, but it doesn't spawn. It's just supposed to be so that you can transfer them in from older games. Yeah, I did. Until they stopped showing that kind of effort. Because in Generation 8, they stopped doing it. And you know what their excuse was? Their excuse was they were taking that time to improve the graphics instead. Which would be understandable if the games had good graphics. But Generation 8's graphics were so bad that within a few days of them releasing, modders improved the graphics. Yeah, you do gotta love the modding community sometimes, but like, Sword and Shield's graphics really weren't good. And Scarlet and Violet's weren't either, but like, that's another story. I, oh, the graphics were okay. For the most part. The trees did not look good. The ground in certain places did not look good. And overall, they did not look good enough to warrant the dex cut. Because I'm not being funny, if you don't have time to work on adding everything in the decks and doing the graphics, you take extra time. You don't release an unfinished game. No, they used to be good when it comes to that, but they've actually become pretty lazy when it comes to that. They've started releasing unfinished games that are buggy and unstable and have graphics issues. And basically, they're turning into fucking Bethesda. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This could be the end for Sylveon. Okay, apparently not. Okay, where do you get off? Landing a sing right there? Nah. I mean, yeah. But I kinda get it. Well, I get why they're exclusive. Now, in the past it might not have made as much sense as it does now. But with how much Nintendo innovate with their consoles, which is one of the things I'll give them credit for, their games wouldn't really work on other consoles. Because there are Switch games that use motion controls or use the Joy-Cons. And like DS games use two screens. It's like, yeah, it wouldn't work on other consoles. So I get why they're exclusive. Not gonna lie, Mina's trial's kind of a piss take. You have to battle her, then you have to go around and battle the other trial captains, and then after you get back to her, you still have a totem Pokemon to battle. I mean, you don't have to battle all of the trial captains, but still. I really don't want to, but I guess I will. Yeah, I know, right? Also, why do more than one of them have Aromatisse, which uses skill shot every fucking time? Stop using Aromatisse. They're starting to annoy me with it. I like Ribombi, but it's still going down. Oh, thank God, I'm finally done with it all. Now I have to battle the totem Pokemon. I do like Ribombee. Okay, so here's the thing. I decided to go with Chandelure because I was fitting to. I was planning to just go with the whole King Shield, maybe burn them and stuff, have speed boost. But here's the thing: Inferno Overdrive. That'll just that'll kill Celebi. Or maybe it won't. Why? Why is the totem a mythical and then it calls in a fucking legendary that is strong against multiple team members? Why? You know what? You know what? No. Y'all can't handle the Sylveon. The crit and the fucking Omnibee. The Omnis. Who is this guy? Wait, hang on. Zygarde, you fucking legend! Oh my god. It did not just fuck over his ally like that. So, like, Celebi gets an Omniboost and Zygarde just goes, nope, shutting that shit down. It even got rid of the Omniboost it had in the first place from being the totem. Oh no, that's terrifying. I think we died to the sandstorm. I think we've lost Sylveon. Zygarde, you asshole. You asshole. In my defense, this was not my fault. The totem was a mythical with 2 Omni boosts, and it called in a fucking box art legendary. Now, sure, I could have first moonblasted the Zygarde, but then Celebi would have just called in another partner, and not to mention that if I moonblasted the Zygarde, it couldn't keep using Haze and resetting Celebi's stats. There was no winning. Oh, piss off with your iron barbs. You see, here's the thing. With the way that stat boosts work, when you are +2, your stats are doubled. Which means, with Celebi's base, what is it? Base 100 across the board. With 2 Omni boosts, that is base 200 across the board. And Zygarde has a base stat total of 670, I believe. Let me check. Oh, alright, no, it only has 600, but still. Those, those stats are just insane. And I had to deal with them at the same time. Bear in mind, I have multiple team members that are weak to ground. Hopper, you can fucking wait. I need to rebuild. I mean, even Guzzlord was only on temporarily. You know what? I'll need to think about what I'm going to do for rebuilding the team. I think Primarina is actually very likely. Could do that. Honestly, Tom, I think it's time I end the stream because I gotta rebuild. So, tomorrow's stream would end up being the Grand Trial, the Mount Lanakila, the Elite Foreign Champion, catching the Tapus, and maybe not even catching the Tapus, and then Team Rainbow Rocket. And then depending on how long that takes, might Shiny Hunt afterwards in Scarlet and Violet. Taylor, terrible timing, dude. We're just ending the stream. So, I'm gonna rebuild in between streams. So, I hope you all enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you all again in the next one.